Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, ladies. How is everybody doing? I'm actually doing a morning podcast. I woke up at like 6 and I was like, I'm going to have another hour. And I was kind of awake and I was like, you know what? No, get up, have a coffee, have a workout, do your podcast, just get up. And my podcast room's all sorted. My husband did like some acoustic panelling on this wall. It's really good for sound, but it also looks nice. It's nice and cosy and warm. So we're doing it throughout the house, and I'm going to do some pink in my salon. So I was like, no, I want to go and sit in my room and do my journaling. Everybody's in bed. I'll get everybody up in a bit. And my husband's here to help me anyway, so I'm going to get up and wash my hair. And I've done my little like tummy workout, booty band workout. Even my friend's been messaging me. She said I was online. She was like, are you up? And I was like, yeah. I said, I'm going to record a podcast. I'm going to chill. I'm taking it. I just thought, I'm having an easy morning. So I'm going to get my hair, nails and done this morning. Then I'm working. So I just thought, you know what? I'm going to get up. I'm not straight in the salon this morning. It's a bit of time for me. I thought I'm going to embrace this day. I'm going to start it early with the exercise, with the mindset work, ready to go and have my self-care. And then I can work. So I'm just going to be 2 hours in the salon today. So sometimes it's just starting that day better, more simpler, starting it for you. Because it's how to get motivated when you just don't feel it. I've got people, it's like second week of January, and I've got people already that are saying, Lindsay, I'm just not feeling it. A lot of people have just got the blues, and even though it's like the second week of January, everybody's like, I just haven't really done any of my gratitude or any of my goals. You do start the year with really good intentions, but also it's a lot of pressure sometimes because you're looking at everybody else, like I've said on the last episode, and what they're doing. And January for me, it does feel weird. Everybody's online saying New Year, New Me. I've actually not seen as much of that. I've seen a lot of people be quite negative actually and say, I'm not setting any goals yet, or I'm not doing this because of this. Because I think people have just got to the point where they're like, I'm not putting pressure on myself, and which is totally fine, because sometimes, like me, like last year, everything, I set like my goals where the goals just effortlessly just went by, and I just wanted a slow year after losing Nan, and I just wanted to just take month by month. So I didn't create any huge goals. But I still had my macro goals. I just want sustainable goals that are not putting any pressure on me. And I did my course. And so I just took each month and I just thought, well, let's embrace each month and see how I feel and what I want to do and where I want to go and visit. So I think I just took each month as it came, really, and just see what was going to show up and who was going to show up in my life. And if you are sat there thinking, I want to feel motivated, but I just don't, if that's you, then this is the episode for you, because motivation isn't something you wait for and you are not behind. So it is just about normalising it, because motivation doesn't just magically reset on the 1st of January, because 1st of January was on a Friday and then the kids weren't even back. So usually it would normally fall on the week the kids go back, but it didn't. So it's like then you've got the weekend and then you're not really in the mood. You've still got lots of chocolates over and you've got everything. You might have family staying over, but if you're a mum and you're tired and you just come out of Christmas and might still be emotionally full but physically drained, because January is about defrosting and it's gone icy and I've had a bit of snow. My salon pipes are frozen. So we sussed out what to do now. Instead of leaving the pipes on and getting loads of hot water, we've been draining them, turning them off. And they came on within about 3 minutes. So I was like pretty happy with that. So it's less stress. But we had to keep taking the lagging off, which is like the covering for it. We've got to protect it. So I had to keep turning that off. And it's just, that was just the hard work bit, is like taking it off. But I wasn't stressing in the morning, because if I'm in the salon for 9 and I've got the school run and getting my son up, I don't want to be messing around. So anyway, it's above freezing now, so I'm back to normal. I get up, put the heating on and let it warm up a little bit. It's I don't leave any electric on in there, because obviously it's not attached to the house, so I don't want, for fire hazards. And so I'm a bit funny like that. I turn loads of plugs off at night. But you might still be in progress now for January. Your January might start in February. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean, oh, well, I've not started it. We can just start. I'm just slowly. I've been eating well, and I've been doing my little bits of exercise. I've not been going crazy, but I do need to ramp up my exercise. And motivation does come after action. This is the part nobody tells you. You don't get motivated, then act. You act. And motivation catches up for like this morning. So I had to get out of bed, get sorted, everything's organised, I've got all my stuff ready down here. And then the motivation was to do my journaling, my gratitude. So everything has a knock-on effect. I start my day good, and it motivates me to continue that. I don't need anybody to cheer me on, it's just me doing it. So that tiny action equals tiny momentum. And tiny momentum equals belief, and belief equals motivation. So I know I can get up and do it, and I know I can push my friends to do it, and they push me. So you don't need to have a massive plan. You just need just a little small promise to yourself that you can keep. Even if you start with one thing this week, is getting up early, reading a book, and that's it. Then doing a podcast. So I'll probably have a shower next, and then I'll listen to a podcast while I'm like blow drying my hair. So I like to do things like that, because my son's not too bad in the morning getting up, and if there's another person in the house, it's not that hard. So, and I think when they're younger, it's hard work, because they can be, especially if you've got more than one, they can mess around. But when you've got a 15-year-old, and they kind of be like semi-grumpy, tired, and they just sit there, don't they, and have the breakfast. And some days he'll be on form, some days he won't be. And I've just learned to not just challenge him. I'm just leave him be. So I think that's the best way, because it's better than like stressing him and shouting. As soon as you start the shouting and roaring, then it all goes wrong, because that's when arguments start to happen, and then it all just goes wrong, and then the mood just changes in the house. So I just want my husband's quite a calm person, so I just stay, I don't know, he's just super calm and chilled, and yeah, I never see him any other way. So I just take a leaf out of his book. So let's try and how we can get motivated. So what feels manageable today? Not what should I be doing, what would my best self do, and what everyone else is doing, but what can I do without overwhelming myself? So it could be a 5-minute walk, just writing on your journal. We all want to drink some more water. We all know that. We all say that every year. Just clear a surface, like clean a cupboard. Do what I've been doing. I've been going in cupboards, just throwing things out, donating things. Everybody needs things at this time of year. I'm sure we can all have clothes that we don't need anymore. I'm still going through that wardrobe of mine. It's because I did this room. I thought, well, I'll do this room and then I can get back in that cupboard. So it's just doing things, a day. It's making them efforts with other people. Like if you're doing a podcast, record some podcasts. Say no to one thing and you feel cathartic, you feel like exhilarated because you've said no. I have so many women message me, voice note me, saying, listen to this episode. And today I have said no to so many things I would normally say yes to. Because I feel like once we start saying no to people, and we don't have to be nasty and say no in a nasty way, people start thinking, oh. And then what you notice is you wonder why when people reach out to you, think, do they only reach out to me when they need something? But then you start seeing them reach out to you less. I see this all the time. Because what have you been giving them all this time? Your energy and your time, your mind, your everything. So we need to change that, I think, sometimes. Because why are people coming to us for things? Because we don't have the time. I don't have the time to give so much energy to other people all the time. I can't do loads of things for other people when I've got things on for myself. because I don't want to burn out myself. I've got to look after my pain management, and I've got my career. I've got to look after my business. I need some time just to chill. I want that. Don't want any pressure this year. I just don't want any stress. I just want to just live my life the way I want to live it accordingly, and have my family around me and everything else. But I don't need any added pressure. I definitely don't, because this year is not living in grief. It's living along it, just thinking I'm going to keep going, keep pushing my life forward. So I think that's it. Everybody's going through grief. Everybody's going through trauma and upset. Every time I switch on Facebook and Instagram, there's something that's happened. It tends to be Facebook, because that's where we share more of our personal things. And it gets really sad sometimes. You're like, oh, so I've been still on Do Not Disturb my phone. I can see like messages coming through, and if I want to reply to people. But other than that, I don't have loads of notifications like other things coming through, like emails. So that's quite good. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. You can still check it, but sometimes you can do that for an hour. You can have your CEO hour or your goddess hour, where you don't actually, because when you hear those pings, then you're like, oh, I need to reply to that. Oh, what if it's such a bad if you're waiting for an email? Sometimes it's hard. We can't switch off from our phone. We're completely attached to it. So January is an identity reset, not a productivity test. You don't need to prove anything this month. So instead, ask yourself, who am I becoming this year? What version of me feels calm, grounded and aligned yet? So you might have already done this already, but actually, is it starting to align a little bit more now? I've already spoke about this on the last episode, like what do I want to feel more of? Some motivation flows. Like I've said, when your nervous system feels safe, not when you bully yourself into action, because then you just switch off then. Because then what we can do, become overwhelmed pretty quick. So I need to borrow some motivation from the future version of you. So this is a little manifesting moment. So I want you to close your eyes and imagine it's a few months from now. You've stayed consistent, not perfect. You didn't quit on yourself. You are feeling more energetic. You're exercising more. So it's a bit more like a visualising concept, this, of looking at what you want next month and just seeing what's achievable. Actually, these things we can do in a day. I can do these. I can change these in a day if I weren't doing them. Yes, we'll have an off day, but we can pick it up the day after. So the future you is an extreme. She's steady. She's proud that you didn't give up. And that's the thing, is we can pick it up any time. Just do one small thing for you, because if you don't, then you just end up hating on yourself. You end up getting fed up. Because sometimes motivation doesn't just arrive, but it doesn't mean it's not coming. It just needs that gentle push, that building phase. You are allowed to start slow. You are allowed to start messy. And you are allowed to start again, even mid-January. You might have some things that happen all the time. You could be going for a breakup. You could have lost your job. You could have had all these goals in place, and you could have lost your job from the last time you spoke to me. Anything could have happened. Things happen all the time without our control. We can't control these things. Manifesting, we can't control, but we can keep them aligned by consistently manifesting, effortless manifesting, just manifesting without realising you're manifesting. Just have everything in place. Everything I do is, I have my candles, my crystals, my journals, my planners. Everything's just here in my little room. And I just get up daily and do it. When I need a minute, I come and sit here. If I need to just feel that I need to move my body, put a podcast on, put some music on, get my booty band out. Some days the plans might not go to plan. So it just depends on you, what you want to do. You've got to find ways where you can de-stress yourself. Let the steam out a little bit. Brain dump. Because we're up and down all the time. We can plan it out. We can plan a month. We can plan our food. I feel like there's a lot of people putting pressure on meal plans at the minute. So I see people putting themselves out there for meal plans, but I think sometimes when we put ourselves out there, where people are waiting for you to mess up, people are waiting for you to show results. So just do your little things at home, have a plan, and I've downloaded the Team HR app, and I've been I've been looking at my meals because of my weight loss. So I've been doing my calories, They've worked everything out with the medication that I'm on. And it goes to show like how many calories that I do go over calories. Sometimes I might not have as much, just depends. So I'm not consistently stressed about that. But what I wanted to know, look at my fats, because sometimes I feel cold. So I'm like, obviously not having enough fat, so I need the fats to go up. My protein, I definitely need my protein to go up. So it's quite good, and there's lots of meal plans in there. There's lots of different things. And I think if I keep myself accountable, it's quite visually, aesthetically pleasing as well. Easy to import. You can scan foods. You can put. I can like drag foods up and down. So if I accidentally put it as a breakfast, I can drag it to lunchtime instead of like taking it out, and then it has memory of my foods. So already I'm like, oh, like yesterday I put everything in and I went over my calories, and I don't think I'm eating. I'm definitely, it goes to show that what I was eating before. And I said to my husband, he's like, I was telling him what I was doing. He's like, have you gone over? And I was like, I think I've just gone over slightly, but I know by the end of the week I won't have done. But then obviously I've done my working out as well. So if I'm doing my working out and burning more energy, it doesn't mean I'm going to eat more. So but I want to make sure that I'm adding my nutrients. I think that's the main thing for me, is having my nutrients in and making sure, because I've lost it quick. I've lost the muscle. My hair's gone a little bit thinner. So it's just making sure that I look healthy, because I'm sick of people saying to me, don't lose any more weight, your face looks thin. Like, I am still in the obese range. And like, my BMI is 27 for my height, which on paper, I'm still overweight, which is ridiculous. And like, I've lost 5 stone. But then obviously I do muscle work as well. So I'm not going to get like stressed out about it. But then it is a guide for like the adipose tummy fat. If I start putting weight on my stomach, well, the diabetes is going to just go out of control again. So that is not what I want. Everything's stable and good now. So I want to make sure that my sugars are good, my nervous system's reset, I'm calm, I'm not pushing myself too much. So I think it's just, you're the only person that can control your body and what you do. We can turn a blind eye. We can pretend it's not happening. But what's happening? What's our cholesterol? What's our blood pressure at the minute? Always check that. I know what my cholesterol is. I check my blood pressure regular. And I know what my weight is. If you don't know all these things right now when I'm talking to you, you've got to go and do it. Go and get an MOT, go on one of them body composite machines, go and have a look at everything. Like, we all know if we're overweight, we know if we've got extra tummy fat, and it's all about having that. But the thing is, when we get older, look at me, it started raising my sugar levels. Everything just went out of control pretty quick. And being a qualified personal trainer, it doesn't matter. Anything can affect anybody at any time, any age. And as we get older, little things creep up, our pains and our niggles, our health, because what we do in our younger years can affect our older years. So everything now is making sure my vitamins and everything is up to scratch. So this is just about, no one's going to do anything for me. No one's going to see what's going on in my body. My blood pressure needs to be right. So just making sure that's not going out of control. We've got to think of our legs and cardiovascular system, because like, I've worked with amputees before. My granddad lost 2 of his limbs because of cardiovascular disease, and that's through lifestyle. Yeah, he was a bit older, but I feel like we could really make so many good changes now, younger. I feel like our children are going to be a lot more healthier than we were, because there was no education when we was younger. Everything was just, there was nothing, there wasn't TV and YouTube, but now a lot of my friends' children do not even drink. They just like go for afternoon tea. They go to the gym. Everybody is aesthetically conscious. Everybody wants to be healthy. So whether we might not be as healthy, but we are healthier than we probably was when we were younger, where we was going out all weekend drinking. We was kind of semi-conscious, and then I did a lot of karate back in the day, but I kind of ate what I wanted. It was only like when I got like 20s and 30s, I started being more weight challenged after having my son, and my weight was up and down after having a section. I wasn't doing the activity that I did before. I probably wasn't checking in with myself, but when I took myself into this manifesting, like, everything changed then. Like, my whole life changed, because I started to be more self-aware. Self-development was really at the forefront of my mind, thinking, I can't just look at my weight. I've got to look at my mind and what I'm drinking, what I'm eating. look at my surroundings, who I'm socialising with, what are the impacts of people on my life, and who am I letting into my life. Because if I hung around with the people I did years ago, like probably when like my early years, there's nothing wrong with them people, but I mean, I don't know what they're doing now, but we was all living back to that lifestyle, we was all out drinking, we was all like eating and having McDonald's and doing all the things, like we didn't really think about it, because why would we? There was no education, we didn't know anything. Like, if you look at our parents, and they lived off pie and chips and cottage pie, and like, you go to your grandma's and granddad's and you'd have hearty meals, you'd have you'd have your three things on your plate, but you'd have a pudding. And so you think about like your belief coding and everything that's happened to your past, and because they wasn't conscious, like, you won't really give them how many salads and certain foods, it wasn't on a palette. And she'll be like, oh, I don't like this, because they've not grown up on that. But anything hearty and warm and comfort, they lived off comfort food, but we don't. We can pull away from comfort food. We can use comfort food, but we can also pull away, and we can have healthy foods as well. And we know about anti-inflammatory foods. So there's so much we can get everything for free. I don't need to tell you this. You can get it for free. And that's the beauty of it now. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and get 30 minutes. I'm going to 20 minutes talking, but from when I sat down, and I'm going to go and have a shower now. So I feel like I'm one step ahead of my morning. And I've actually put the dryer on. I've had to shut the door because I've got a new dryer, so it's amazing. But I needed obviously, I go for that many towels in the salon, and they don't dry unless I put them in, because they just go really stiff. So I've had to go and put them on, but I feel like it's finished now, so I'm going to go and empty that. And so I feel like, yeah, I'm buzzing now. I'm just glad. I feel like I've reset myself now, because I've got a bit like naughty and like another half an hour in bed. So I think that's my own fault for like going to bed late and watching things in bed, because I enjoy doing that, but I have been falling asleep with my hot water bottle every night. So I'm in my comfort zone still at the minute. So I can't wait for these lights. I'll know straight away getting up early. I'll be working out more, because it'll be lighter, and it's actually still pitch black outside now. But I'm getting up, having a shower, and getting into it. So anyway, have a great day, whatever you're doing. I'll speak to you soon, and let me know if you need any help with anything. And I will speak to you later. Bye, and happy manifesting. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my linktree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together. It's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.